Man, you're brutal.
We do it once a
We are
week.
recording.
Perfect.
Beautiful.
So, all right. So I just kind of want to go over a little bit of our goals for the week and what we accomplished. We obviously got some private investors. We locked the whales, the friendly whales, I should say, and a lot of community members' wallets. So for all of you that have locked your wallets, thank you. If you do want to lock your wallet, um, obviously there's an incentive to do so. You can message me, Tony, or Mike, NY Storage King, and we'll get that taken care of for you within about 24 to 48 hours at the latest. So for the Chinese marketing, and this is really where I want to start, and I'm very excited for this. This is why I think that we're seeing a lot more organic buys. We've partnered with a pretty big Chinese influencer. Tony somehow has access to all of these Chinese chats in Finland, which I don't know how he has that, but he's able to see, he's able to see the analytics of these people and if they're having bots comment and what's the actual traffic that these people are getting for crypto. And I'm sorry if I don't speak well right now. I have the flu. I just got over COVID. Now I have the flu. I'm not having a good week health wise, but we're having a good week with DOD, so I move on. But this guy, and I'll let Tony talk about him a little more because Tony had a lot of communication with this guy, but he's obviously verified on Weibo. I got referred to him by a lot of different members of the Chinese community and just other people from China in general. And when I hand the floor over to Tony, he'll update you on that side of things. We did submit our KuCoin application. I know that everyone doesn't like to hear this stuff, but exchanges are kind of a waste of money other than if you're getting on something like KuCoin, Coinbase, Binance, because there is a token that we all know, and it got listed on an exchange, and it does less than 1,000 a day in daily volume, and they paid about $100,000 to do that. So that just does not make any sense to me. I will work with some smaller exchanges that take us on for free that work with tokenomics, but we're much more worried about the swaps. And obviously, we're coming out with our own swap and wallet that we're partnering with. That we had announced, and that is something that we are going to put a light paper out for within the next couple of weeks is our new projects and that wallet / NFT marketplace. We got a lot of big stuff coming. We do officially have a merch store coming. I actually just got off of text with that person before I got on this call. That's something
on second
Against the.
We're good on that. We did definitely talk to the 3 swap / exchanges. I'm kind of just reading off the goals. We did give the $50 billion giveaway. That person wants to remain anonymous, but they also did lock their wallet. So thank you very much, and we really do appreciate you. They were obviously given a little bit of an incentive to lock their wallet too, but they were completely, just transparent, and they just were like, "We love this project. We want to lock our wallet." We trended on Reddit all week. We found a way to do that on our own. We do not pay to do that now. It did take us a little bit. There's growing pains in every project. I would say that our growing pains in the beginning were marketing. I worked with a lot of bigger projects in the past where that wasn't as big of a deal, but Mike has done a great job and has really talked to people in depth about becoming partners more than just marketing for us. And that's exactly what we did with the Chinese marketing. That's what we're doing with the Twitter people and the YouTube influencers. They're all going to be partners and holders of this project. It's not going to be something where they just get paid BNB all the time. Do we pay some people in BNB for marketing wallet? Absolutely, because that's all they accept. But I would say 90% of our vendors are getting paid Defender of Doge, and they're locking their wallets as well, which is great. And then really for the end of the week, we're close to 1,500 holders. That's the one thing that we do need to improve on is the holder count, but our actual community is very diamond-handed, as we can all see, and we really do appreciate that. Like I always say, it's quality over quantity, and that's really what it is in crypto. It doesn't really matter if you have a million people day trading your token with no tokenomics to protect your investors. Um, so it really comes down to we want to make this a long-term project. Obviously, we're not as worried that we're 19 days, or no, we're not 19 days in now. We're 22 days in now. So we're 22 days in since we launched the project. And I would say that in 22 days, we've accomplished a lot of things that other projects could not do. And we've done that with an extremely low marketing budget. I know for a fact we've spent under $10,000 on marketing, which is to me is incredible. We trended on DXL, obviously they're in pre-sale, CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap. We trend on Reddit every single week. We're establishing the YouTube, Twitter partnerships, and shout out to Piv, 888, Charles, Alpha Witch, Angela, all these people, Richie, of course, all these people that they find these different coin and token websites that some people have never heard of, but they have a lot of traffic. Like CN token's a great example of that. And the fact that we trended for 24 hours on the front page is just a absolute thank you to the community. We could not have done that without you. And we're just going to keep trying to do that, get creative with our marketing. Obviously there's a lot of crypto projects out there. That's no lie to anybody. Everybody knows that. But what separates you from being different from all those other crypto projects? That's exactly what I want to do. And that's why I have basically been very focused on, we interview people that are going to market for us and are going to work with us, like on the merch store and stuff. Like, we don't just get into partnerships with these people. We obviously have to talk to them for a few days, figure out their intentions, figure out their financial situations, because we know that does absolutely matter. Are we going to pay someone in Defender of Doge token $2,000 if they're going to turn around and dump the $2,000? No, then we're going to pay them BNB. So we're going to do whatever protects the holders. That's obviously what I've been saying since this started. We did get to the front page on CN token, so good job. We burned more than 100 billion tokens. We're going to burn probably way more than that tomorrow. I know Big Burn is coming tomorrow. It's going to be bigger than the one that he posted. AMA Monday, that's going on right now. And our last goal, which is the best one, break a zero. And we did that. I love how organic it was. It wasn't one person buy. I know that one guy did buy in a lot, but or guy or girl, I don't know who it was. We do not know who that person is. That person that purchased like 10 BNB worth of our token. We have no idea who that is. Me, Tony, and Mike did not make a deal with that guy. He just must have, or I just say that guy, but that's how I talk, because I'm from New York. But that person, he or she did not get a deal from us at all. They weren't incentivized to lock their token. I mean, if you're on here and you want to lock your tokens, please reach out to me, because you have a big wallet, and we'll definitely, give you an incentive to do so. But that was a completely organic buy. We're hoping that came from the Chinese promoter, but that also could have came from, we're in a few different whale groups, and we've been just speaking with people that are in other projects that, are obviously very big. And there's a few of them that are out there this year that they really did gain a lot of traction, but obviously on the flip side, people lost a lot of money. And these are not just BSC projects at all. They're actually mostly not BSC projects. I would say most of them are ERC20 projects. And a lot of people just lost money, either got rug pulled, whatever it was. And they were like, well, what can you actually do for my investment so I can feel comfortable here? I can know that everybody's not going to get screwed over like they did in my last investment. And does that take time to establish trust? Absolutely. I'm not going to sit here and say it doesn't, but that's why we're willing to talk to you for 3 or 4 days before you invest. I don't care when you invest personally. It's just like, I want you to be a part of the project, of course. But if it takes you a few days to feel comfortable with the community and to invest, that's completely normal, and that's fine. Who's going to put down $20,000 or $10,000 or $5 or even $1,000 on something that they really know nothing about? I did just get your message about locking your wallet. I got you after this because I know we've been trying to lock yours for a while, and something's going on with that, but we'll figure that out. And I mean, Mike B is obviously he's not here right now, so he's working on he's on a call for some other partnerships, and he had to do something with his family. But right now, he's specifically on a call with one of our partners or potential partners. He did want me to let you know though that light paper for the new projects is coming within the next few weeks. He is very adamant about releasing that, and I bet that it will get released by January 1st. Because Mike and Tony are very OCD about stuff like that.
Sure.
And on that note, I'll turn things over to Tony. I'll let him go over the little technical side of things. But the last thing I do want to say is I know that I did announce that one time about the 500 million number that you're always going to see on the chart when somebody makes a sale. We raised that amount to 1 billion. So every single time somebody sells, we're approximately getting 0.25 BNB back into our liquidity that we're able to put into the project, which is something that SafeMoon did. And that's why I know they got taken over by bots, but SafeMoon did have the largest launch of all year. And I'm not saying we're going to be SafeMoon and we're going to 80,000x by any means, but what they did was that exactly. They did the swap to liquefy, which Tony will talk about. And that's something that is really stabilizing our project, because when somebody dumps let's say they dump 5 BNB, they obviously have to sell it a few times. So we're making 0.75 to 1 BNB off of these people when they sell. And that's the key to, and then we just put it right back in the project. So, and this is why you see the buyback wallet lately just buying so much more than it usually has. Because like I said in the beginning, projects go through growing pains, and we needed to figure out what was the best number to swap to liquefy at. At first it was 30 billion. Then we moved it down to 500 million. Now it's up to 1 billion. So like we really had to tweak it and see which was going to give us the most liquidity, which in turn stabilizes our price. Obviously the burn has been doing that as well. If you do not understand what a burn is, I do suggest you just watch a YouTube video on it. You can find a 10 or 15-minute YouTube video, and they will talk about burns. A lot of tokens do them. Shiba does it. Ethereum 2.0 is obviously doing it. I know it's Ethereum 1.0 technically right now, but they're doing it for Ethereum 2.0. There's a lot of tokens out there and coins that burn. And that is one of the things where you will see in tokenomics, like let's say same in tokenomics as ours, 5, 5, and 5. And they'll have 5% go to the burn. Does those tokens still get burned? Absolutely. They still go to a dead wallet. Those projects are not doing anything wrong. What they're doing is they're taking a lot of profits. And that's fine. I understand people. I really do understand that people need money, but that's the one good thing about me and Mike. We own businesses that are we're not involved in crypto whatsoever. Tony has a job that, like, crypto is all our hobby that we love and we know a lot about it, but we all have different jobs where we make our money from. So we're not picking from the project. And that's why a lot of these projects don't gain as much traction as you see, even though they're burning 5% on every transaction, because the founders and the devs and everyone are selling off of private wallets. They're not making those relationships where they're paying the people in their actual token and locking their wallets up. And that in turn makes them much more stagnant. While we're doing a manual burn, we're getting the tokens every single day and we're burning them. I mean, every other day, every third day, at least once or twice a week. That's basically what that's the difference between a manual burn and an automatic burn. I had gotten that question a few times. I wanted to answer it. But if you do not understand what a burn is or what it does, just watch a YouTube video on it. It'll like absolutely give you the knowledge for all crypto coins and tokens, not just ours, because our burn is going to be the same way that a token like Shiba would burn, because they're doing a manual burn as well. It's not every single time that there's a transaction that comes in. So on that note, I'll give it over to Tony. I'll let him talk about some tech stuff. And then if anyone has any questions, I'll open up the chat at the end.
Yeah, thank you. And yeah, it's very early here, so please, Kevin, correct me if I start stacking somewhere. But yeah,
I had to wake Tony up via phone call, but he's good.
Yeah, yeah. To be honest, yeah, I almost overslept it. It's 4:15 a.m. here, so but yeah, getting on with it. Yeah, the buyback thing was one thing that Kevin already talked actually pretty widely. So yeah, the smaller sales on the chart, uh, those get asked pretty much every day that what are those, and I think that was kind of clear.
And why are they the same amount? And that's the reason.
Yeah, yeah, and why are they the same amount is yeah because we needed to tweak it up to a certain point that it's more the most efficient one to the project, and this way, as Kevin already said, it's each and every time it makes the sale, it goes towards the liquidity pool, and the whole idea is to strengthen it up so it can handle pretty much selling pressure. So we're good with that one. Um, yeah, about the Chinese influence. Uh, I have the access over to BTalk and Weibo, WeChat, and everything. And this Chinese influencer we teamed up, he calls himself the Rain God, and we got referred to this guy from many Chinese people that we work with, and turned out to be a pretty good one. Unfortunately, what happened when the Chinese guy made the posting, some of these guys were kind of directed to a wrong project, but we got that one also corrected. It was a kind of a human error when people rushed in, but yeah.
Yeah, it was
Uh,
basically an error. They bought into
yeah.
that project. They sold out. And that's why I personally think we went up 100 to 150% at one point today, or
Yes.
today and yesterday. But I truly don't know. I just don't know. I can't speak on that because the Chinese investor obviously doesn't, or the Chinese partner, he doesn't know what his investors are putting in.
Yeah, he doesn't. He doesn't, but he still always tries to correct these because I also spoke with many of those other projects he's working with, and they said that this guy is very good, and he's at the end of the day he's very helpful, and he has been. And but yeah, we don't have the certainty on that one, but we're very happy about it that they came in.
Yeah, he came in, he corrected the post. I mean, it wasn't
Yeah.
his fault at all. It was just the initials of the token. There's obviously
No.
somebody mixed up the initials, which is kind of hard to do with DoD. But
Yeah.
they bought they bought another token with the different initials. They didn't even. He had the like. This is not his fault. Like,
No.
and me and Mike, obviously, we have an attitude from New York, and like we wanted to flip out on this guy, and then we looked at the post and we're like, he did everything right. He didn't do
Yeah,
anything
it
wrong
has.
at all. Like
Yeah.
he posted our logo, he posted the contract address, he posted exactly what our tokens about. He posted our website, and this is just how naive people in crypto are in general. They'll just
Yeah.
go out and buy anything that some people say. And that's not what we want this community to be. And I mean, I know Tony and Steve, the other developer, they really focus on this. They want to
Yes.
educate the community like a lot. And that's why Tony's willing to jump on that voice chat with you guys a couple times during the week and answer any technical questions that you have.
Yeah, that's what I've been trying to do, and also trying to give our moderators, admins, some education. I get a lot of technical questions during my days, and I don't have any problem if one of you want to have a one-on-one conversation because some people are shy to come in the voice chat. That's okay. That's why I'm here. You can DM me or have a one-on-one call. That's okay because we're here to help and make everyone comfortable with their investments and in crypto overall.
And we're obsessed with this, so we like to talk about it a lot.
Yeah, yeah, totally. Yeah,
And that's the same thing
and
that goes for me. And I know some of you have talked to me and Mike as well. If you guys have a question, reach out to me. I am not shy to questions. Do I like you reaching out to me every single day for marketing proposals? No, because I'm not the marketing manager. But
exactly.
I can answer most questions, and if I don't, it's because it's a technical question, and I'll give it over to Tony.
Yes. So feel free to ask whatever you have in mind. So that's why we're here for.
And then one thing I just want to add up to the swap to liquefy thing, Tony. I know me, you, Steve, and Michael talked about this today earlier. That will obviously be adjusted as our price goes up.
Yes.
So eventually, obviously 5 billion tokens isn't going to be worth what it is today because it's going to go a lot higher with the burn.
Yes.
And then our swap to liquefy is going to go up as well. I mean, that's not something that we're never going to tweak again. And that's the one thing that I really like about our team is we're not afraid to admit, hey, I was wrong about that 3 weeks ago. I shouldn't have suggested that. Oh, I think we should do this now. I mean, I've heard Tony, Mike, Steve, and myself all say that we've been wrong about things. There's not one like Mike makes a lot of jokes that his back hurts because he's always carrying the team. But like and me and Tony just always laugh. But he's not being serious. Like we really work as a team. And that's why if somebody does reach out to me, I'm sorry my voice cracked, but I sometimes say to them, hey, I can't get you that answer. I got to talk to my team first. I'm not deflecting your answer. I'll be completely honest. I own 35% of the project. Am I the majority owner? Absolutely. But other people have ownership in this project. They have a say. Tony has a large percentage in this project. He owns 20%. Steve owns 20% of the project. Like those people have just as big as a vote as me. Just because I created the token doesn't mean anything to me. If Tony and Steve together outvote me, I lose in a conversation. Yeah. So that's how we work. It's completely like a democracy, and that's how it works in our mod chat too. We always vote on things, and what should we do? What should we post? Is this and I'll give Piff a lot of credit on this because I know him and Richie do it all the time. Richie, I don't get to talk to Richie as much as I like to because he's in a completely different time zone than me. But Piff will always say, "Is this a good shill message?" Like, does he need to say that to me? No. Have I ever told him no? I don't think so. I don't think I've ever even corrected him.
No, actually.
I'm just like, go ahead, do it. But it's the fact that we're a team and like we care about that. And we communicate and we don't do things without not speaking to each other. So that's just one of the things about the project. And people have asked me, especially in the beginning, well, what happened to the price? It stayed at 6 or 8. I hope you sold because it wasn't gonna. And I told you it wasn't gonna. We had to figure things out with the marketing, the technology, and everything. I mean, people don't complete 200 BNB pre-sales every day. I mean, shout out to the GOAT protocol that project, but not really, because one, they sold the tokens that they personally had that they bought from us. They bought 7 BNB worth. They kept the BNB. They airdropped 6 BNB worth. You know how many? And I mean, I'm not making fun of them at all. This is just facts. They hit Mike up. They had a 40 BNB soft cap. They got 12 BNB. What we did, and what especially on Charles, I give you a lot of credit on this. We took it from 86 to 157 in one night. Did I have to stay up all night and screw my sleep schedule up? Absolutely. I bet Charles did too. But it was worth it. We have a very strong community that most people don't have. And I'm not afraid to say that. Because when we break a zero, I have a group chat with my friends that are invested in this because we invest in a lot of crypto projects together. Not one of my friends has sold. Not even their initial investment, anything. I've had people that put $1,000 into this and have like 4 or 5K. That would change their life. And they're not selling it right now because they know what me, Tony, and Mike are capable of doing. And I wish I could tell you Steve's background. He has a bunch of NDAs that he signed. He cannot talk about what projects he's been a part of. He was not part of a top 50 project in the world, but it's very, very close. I think it's number like 57. So I made that number up on purpose. I know it's the 50s, so you guys would have to guess. But Steve is someone that does not have a Telegram. I don't even know if he has a real phone number because I only talk to him on WhatsApp and those stupid like text now things. He is away from technology. He just sits, other than coding, of course, sits on a computer all day. And I tell Tony this. Tony's computer looks like a Lamborghini, like of computers. Like it's insanity. He'll post it one day and he'll show you guys. He has a sick setup. Steve won't post it one day because he's never on Telegram. But his setup is crazy. And him and Tony talk all day. That's literally all they do. They just communicate. Like if Tony's not answering your message, it's because he's on the phone with either Steve, me, or Mike. Straight up. I mean,
Yeah,
we
that's
spend
confirmed.
like my mom and my girlfriend are like, what is going on in your life? You never talk to me. And I'm like, they're like, you talk to Mike and Tony more than you talk to me. And I'm like, don't forget Steve too. I mean, he's a good guy. I mean, but seriously, I'm very dedicated to this project. I care about all of the investors a lot. And I'm going to say it again. I don't care about you if you sell out. If you sell to make profit, I get it. It's crypto. I get it. But if you sell out, I have zero loyalty to you because you have zero loyalty to the project. So those people that DM me all those explicit messages about how much money they lost while they're cashing out 5 times in a row, you're welcome. I told you not to do it. Like I literally told you what was coming. And we've made this very clear in the beginning. This is not a token to day trade. This is, and Tony is obviously going to speak on this because he does all the tokenomics of it. How much do you, Mike, and Steve tweak the tokenomics every day?
Pretty much.
Yeah, like we see
It's
what's
like,
going on, and
yeah,
do we tweak your redistributions? Of course not. Do we
of
tweak
course
what
not.
goes into the buyback wallet and the liquidity? Absolutely. If we see
Yeah,
somebody's dumping, we turn that buyback wallet right down. We turn up the liquidity, and they fund our project. Thanks a lot for selling out, and you just got taxed 40%, 50%.
exactly.
There's
Yeah, the
been
whole
7
idea for
people that have sold out of this token and made money. But I'll let you talk, honey.
yeah, yeah, because the whole idea is to protect the, you know, smaller and the bigger investors that are loyal to the project. And yeah, we do a lot of tweaking during the days because since the beginning we told you that we are here to protect the people that are invested in this one because everyone is sick and tired of getting dumped on when they invest on something. And yeah, it's not for day trading. It's yeah. So
I mean, Tony, tell him what your Kishu was at. Wasn't it like $2,000? It went down to
yeah,
100. It's like
yeah,
something crazy like that.
yeah, I had a pretty big bag of other projects, and one day I woke up, I was like, okay, cool, this is like $2,500. Okay, this is cool. Next day I woke up, it was $20. I was like, okay, well, this didn't age pretty good.
That's what we're
And
preventing. Like, will we
yes,
have days like this every day? No.
no,
If our token goes up 50% every day, I mean, we're all gonna be very happy. But it's just that's not realistically gonna happen. Come on.
no,
Like
no, 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 no.
what we're doing is we're stabilizing the price. We're making it go up organically with the burns and with the deals that we're making with people through our partnerships and locking the wallets and getting people that, we had one guy, he was like 45 grand invested in something. I think he was down to $7,000. It's like, I get it. Like you're sick to your stomach. Like I've lost the biggest loss I had was $61,000 on a project this year. I lost that on one project this year. Like that makes you sick to your stomach. Like it
Mhm.
really does. But that's exactly why I created it like this. And that's why I hit Tony and Steve up because Tony and Steve are very humble people. Steve is from the UK, like I said. Tony
Yep.
is from Finland.
Yes.
They did not start. I mean, Tony obviously messed up with that Bitcoin. We talked about it all the time. But
I don't want to talk
Tony,
about it.
I know Tony. Tony has a very humble life. He had a very humble beginnings. We kind of all did, all 4 of us. But Tony and Steve are not people that are going to ever screw somebody over. One, because of their reputation in the crypto community would be absolutely ruined, and they're asked to do projects all of the time. And 2, it's just literally not in their nature. And that's why when I took that $61,000 loss, and within 6 months, I was like, let me create this vision of this token. And I mean, did it take me 6 months to come up with it? No, obviously it didn't. Like I thought that's the timeline I gave myself. I thought that we were going to originally release this in spring of next year. And then I got Mike, Tony, and Steve on the team, and they were like, are you serious? We're releasing this next month. Like we'll get this done in 2 weeks. What are you talking about? And that's where my kind of naiveness comes in with working with such big projects, like something like, and I didn't work with them, but like something like XRP, for example. When something like that happens in a company like that, they take a long time to make decisions because there's so many holders and there's so much money and there's so many people on the back end. And Tony, Steve, and Mike like really made me realize, it doesn't have to be like that. We have a core 4 team. All we have to do is keep adding to that team, but that doesn't stop us. We shouldn't push our release date out until March or April. And I completely now agree with them. And that's something that I was completely wrong about, was the timeline of when it should be released. And I was talking so much, what, to them during pre-sale. I was like, told you, look at this. Look at this. We're never going to hit it. And then, they were all like, what'd you say? And I was like, well, I stayed up all night and hell. They were like, well, you said we weren't going to hit. And I thought we released it too early. I genuinely did at the time of pre-sale. Once pre-sale came in, I got a different type of energy completely, obviously. We really took it to the next level. But there's always going to be growing pains, and there's always going to be things that we learn. This project's going to be something that's around in years, not in months, in years. And we're going to change things along the way because we're always going to be learning new things. And I mean, that's probably, and Tony can speak on this directly. Like, that's the key to being a developer, is to keep up with the changes.
Yeah. And that's what whenever I pop into the voice chat and there's new people, I just want to say, hello, I'm the head developer. And yeah, I tell about my days. My days start with, I make my coffee anywhere between 6 and 8 a.m. when I wake up. And for the first hour or two, I just read what's new on the blockchain, what's new, what is coming up, what would be beneficial for our project. And then when if and when I find something very useful, I start to test things. And when I get something in results, I get those results to the team. Then we negotiate. Would this be something that we could be, beneficial to have inside the project? And yeah, like Kevin said earlier, yeah, we all get outvoted on things. Me too. We all speak. When some of you ask us questions and we say that, okay, thank you for your words or thank you for your suggestions, we take them to the team to discuss with. Each and every question will be addressed, so don't worry about that. But yeah,
Absolutely. And I opened up the chat. I know Tony's talking about tech stuff, so if you guys want to ask anything technical, absolutely write your questions in the chat, or you can speak up. It doesn't matter.
yeah,
I
sure.
obviously can take questions as well. And
Yeah.
Mike did give me permission to answer some marketing questions. Obviously, if I can't do it because it's so specific, I'll refer you over to him. So if you have any marketing questions, any technical questions, or general project questions, just write them in the chat or speak up.
Yeah. From my side, what next? Yeah, I was talking about the Chinese guy. Yeah, I have access to all those BTAC and all things. And because we got this Rain God's influencer partnership, we got also contacted by Chinese media. So I think me and Kevin will be coming back to this a little bit later on this week. But yeah, it opens up many doors to the Chinese markets, and those are on the way. So yeah. And besides that, I get a lot of questions of the logo and the information on different wallets, especially Trust Wallet and MetaMask. I can assure you everything from our side has been done, and we tried to push hard to make all those issues go away, or the logo to appear on your wallets and stuff. But unfortunately, those are from their ends to update.
Yeah, as everybody knows, MetaMask does not usually have the logo on most tokens. It's very rare.
Yeah, it's kind of when we rise to the top 100 tokens. At
Top
some
1,000,
point.
whatever it is.
Yeah,
that's how you get
they
it.
have.
Trust Wallet,
Yeah.
though, they actually told us, BSC Scan said this. They said, because this was a direct question last week, why isn't the logo showing up on Trust Wallet? It's because that they're their own entity, they don't technically work for BSC Scan or Etherscan. They're their own entity, so they decide when things get updated, and that's all they've been saying. There's nothing wrong with our project by any means. They're just
No.
waiting to update it because they have such a backlog.
Yeah, because as everyone sees, the first update got in Trust Wallet that our price is showing over there, but I bet they're doing the logo and all these graphical updates on the next batch. I don't get that point, but yeah, that's how they work. So we'll just have to wait for it. I can hit them up with a follow-up email to try to make things a little bit faster. But yeah, so totally the wallet issues with the logo showing it's not on our end, but we can always try to make things faster. Yeah, a lot of bot work on the back end, and as you all might have seen, we changed our main chat's bots to a little bit nicer look. But one thing that's still on the works, as you might see when you call out the price bots price, it has the burn wallet value. It shows completely wrong, and that's something we're working on to fix. So ignore that.
I told Tony he has 48 hours to fix or he's gone.
Yeah. So I'm having
Easy now. Let's not do that.
I'm having a little pressure here.
No, but for real, we don't understand why it's doing that, because the rest of the rest of it's actually perfect. And on the back, even more accurate than Dex and PooCoin. We've tried both, but the only thing that's not showing up correctly is the Burn wallet, which is the number 4 wallet right now, and I believe it's definitely number 4. And that's the wallet that you could check if you ever want to check the Burn.
Yeah. I think
there's
it's
really
still
nothing we can do. Yeah, there's nothing really you can do about that. It's more of that that thing that's just out of our control, because it's difficult to figure out why it's doing that, and it's very hard to get in touch with these companies. Like, try to email Coinbase and Binance and PooCoin and Dex and Bog or whatever it's called. Like, they all are so backlogged. Even Trust Wallet. I mean, it took us weeks to get a response from them.
Yes.
So it's just it's kind of just like having patience with an investment. That's what we have to have as a team, because it's like there are things that are taking way longer than we want them to, but they're also completely out of our control, because there's nothing we can do about the Trust Wallet thing or the Bog Finance thing on the price bot when they're not responding to emails. We can't go in there and edit it, like, you know what I mean? So it's something that we're gonna have to be patient on, but it's something where Tony's on it, and you obviously you got to do your own research. It's not financial advice to buy the token. Everybody knows that. I hope in crypto. I know some people are very new to it. Don't blow your life savings on one token or on crypto in general. It's not a good idea, but it is definitely a good idea to have some sort of investment in crypto. So, I mean, I'll go back to this will we have days like this every day? No. But can you go to sleep and know that you're going to wake up and your money's still going to be there? Absolutely. And that's where I want you to do your own research. I really do. And that's why I said it earlier on the call. I kind of said that, but in a different way. I was like, I have no problem if someone takes 3 to 5 days to invest or a week to invest, because I want them to be comfortable with what they're getting into, and not something where they're looking at it 15 times in one day because they're like, I don't know what's going to happen to this. It's not. I mean, some people do that, and I get it, but it's just not what you need to do. I check the chart, like, whenever I just put chart in there, that's when I check it, or I screenshot it. That's when I'm checking it, because I only check it a few times a day, and I'm not looking at the price really. I'm more looking at the daily volume, obviously the liquidity, stuff like that. I mean, the price is something that is definitely going to come. We know that with the marketing, so we've been telling you that since day one. But it's obviously not financial advice. We're not telling you to remortgage your house and put $45K into this. Like, that's not what we're saying at all.
Yeah.
Make a bag. If you want to sell, I understand. Do I have loyalty to you selling and not being a holder of the project? Obviously not. You're going to get taxed. But I do understand it's crypto. I mean, I know people buy and sell all the time, and that's something that we're never going to get mad at you about. There's going to be some people that sell before the burn because of the FOMO that's coming in. There's going to be some people that sell after the burn. There's obviously going to be some people that hold because they know that, hey, look how many tokens they've already burned. They're probably going to burn a lot more. You know what I mean? So, there's all different philosophies in crypto. I see one of my friends is on here right now that I talk to, and he's a funny guy. He texts me all the time, jokes around with me, but he asks very good questions about, like, well, what about this? What about that? And I mean, that's something that, like we said, Tony and I and Mike were very, very open to answering any questions that you have. And if we don't know it, we'll take it over to Tony and Steve and we'll get them to answer it. So please don't be shy on what you ask. Don't be shy on reaching out if you want to lock your wallet and asking what the incentive is. You're not being greedy. I mean, obviously I'm telling you there's an incentive, so you can message me and ask. If you decline, I'm not gonna be like, oh, this person's terrible. I mean, there's been people that didn't lock their wallets. It's fine. I mean, it's just like, yeah, I'm very nonchalant about this in that way because I know that people sell. I know that people buy. I know that people buy when it's way too high. I know that people sell when it's way too low. That's just the name of the game in crypto. Some people lose, some people win, and you got to do your own research, and you really got to just make sure that this is the project for you because it isn't going to be something that's going to make you a millionaire overnight. I mean, it's just the truth. But it's something that we're building up day by day, and we're really starting to see the traction get into it. So, I mean, that's really, I always ask if somebody has questions, but there's not really a lot of questions that people have other than them just, sometimes someone will message me privately because they didn't want to say it, but I try to answer as much things as possible. I mean, I go through the whole, weekly goals list. I go over the recap of the week. I try to really, answer any.
I think that is the water is hitting something up top and it's making that noise.
What's happened, Turbo? Turbo just had a hot mic. He's a good guy, though.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, Turbo, and locking your wallet. You're a good guy.
Hey guys.
Hey Jules, what's up?
Hello, Jules.
I just wanted to pop on really quickly and just say, holy moly. And
Thank you.
I've had so many people message me today and just said, this might change my life. And I said, don't say I didn't tell you. And I love Chanel. So
Yeah, I was just about to say.
I like the last part, Jules.
Well, if you know me, I love Chanel because it's a CC and it stands for cryptocurrency in my life. So
that's a sign of success.
Absolutely. Yes. You should see my photo on my Telegram. I'm wearing a Chanel brooch. I love it. It's a big thing in my life. Anyways, besides the point, I'm just saying everything is going really well. I'm very proud. I stand with the team. As you guys know, my wallet's locked. My logo is next to my wallet. You can see it. I love you guys. You know how my love for this team runs super deep. And I have had, like I said, a bunch of messages today from people saying, like, this is something here. I've been waiting to kind of see what's happening. And even gals that I brought over that never have been in any of the chats before from my group, they're pretty blown away. And I just said, just close your wallet until the 15th. Until after the 15th. Give it a few days to kick in, but then open your wallet.
I agree. And that's, I know it's a bleeding market right now and everybody's crypto is down. Just close your wallet for the next month. Like if you own Ethereum, Solana, all this stuff, just close your wallet. You're not gonna be happy. It's okay. We have these times. But Jules, personally, I want to say thank you so much to you. Of course, locking your wallet and being such a big influence in the community, but also your group just brings an absolute great positive vibe to the chat and to the group. And we're very happy. And obviously you have taught them very well in your Women in Crypto group that they have to be diamond hands. because
Yep.
there's not many people that are dumping on it, truly. And
No, they don't know. They're smart. These are smart
Yeah.
women. Like these are these will be forces in the crypto space for years to come. And they're
And this is what we
green right
need.
now. They're green right now. They are willing to learn, and they take in everything like sponges. You should see these gals in person. When you talk about crypto, they literally have pens and paper. I'm like, you don't, I mean, they're taking notes. And so
Yo, but that's perfect. I like it. The good
I
old
knew
days.
Tony was gonna like that.
Yeah.
yes. And I love it too, and it makes me proud because like I know so many of these gals, especially some of the ones that are even in here right now. I'm looking at them. One of them was at my house today. So, I love these gals, and we go back 20 plus years on, for some of the ones that are here. But in general, my women's group, they love DOD. They're big fans. And they're here, and they're diamond hands. They are. And some of them are seeing money they've never seen before passively. And I know that they're thinking, if I just sold right now, this could potentially could change my life for certain aspects. And they're not. They're hanging on. And I'm so proud of them because a month ago, most of these gals never have had anything invested in crypto. So
And we're
I'm just
definitely
so
honored to be one of the first projects, that some of these people have invested in, or one of the first projects that they've invested in that has went up in price. We want, like we said, and Tony said it before, and I say it all the time, all we do is we care about the holders. And to add to Jules's point, I think our community is also very smart. And that's why Tony loves to get on there and answer questions from people, regardless of where they're from or who they are or how much they hold, specifically that we don't care if you're a $50 investor, a $5,000 investor. We will have a conversation with you. We will tell you how something works. I've had people like make fake accounts and come in from different communities and be like, yo, give me all the specifics of your token. I'll talk to them for an hour. I don't know that's a fake account, but I'm like, I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm being completely transparent. And then they just block me and delete all the messages. And then I get like a message a day later, like, oh, that was a fake account that you like explained your token to. And I was like, it doesn't matter. All the tokenomics are right there. Everything is on the website. We update the burn amount every single day on the website. We're trying to truly make this as transparent as possible. And like Tony also said, if you have a suggestion, make it. Will it definitely happen? No, but we're going to take it to the team. We're going to ask. And
Exactly.
Tony will, I do it the most out of anybody because I get the most messages. I always am like, should we do this? And they're like, why? Like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I just got a message. And I'll stop because I want to answer our community's questions. And they all are on the same exact page. I mean, this is a different type of community. I've done this on purpose. I've kept it extremely positive. We're not trigger happy when it comes to banning or anything, but we know when it's literal negativity and people hating on the project compared to a genuine question. And that's why I put the trust that I have in my mods. And that's another thing that I want to say. All of the moderators have been absolutely incredible. Most of them have locked their wallets. The ones that haven't, they completely told me why, and I understand. But these people are people that I really trust. And I wouldn't leave the chat for 6 to 8 hours a day at a time to go speak to investors if I didn't trust them to answer your questions. And can all of them answer every question? No, but they'll forward it to me. They'll forward it to Tony. They'll forward it to Mike. I mean, we're really trying to be as smooth as an operation as possible. Will there be bumps in the road? Yes. But I would say 22 days into a project, we've been extremely successful. We've already broken a zero. Like Jules said, it really is life-changing money for some people, including myself. If, obviously I could sell my locked wallet, which I can't. And I personally want to announce, because everyone asks me this, will I be relocking my wallet? Yes, me personally, I will be. So that's a little nugget for everyone that stayed on here. I'll lock my wallet like right before January. Don't spread that around to the world because we'll get FOMO from people buying in and be like, oh my God, this is going to dump on the 16th or 15th, the 16th. Everyone's going to sell. No, it's not. we're gonna have a lot of people that relock their wallets. Obviously, we're not gonna just let this project go to nothing in one day. It's not what we came here for, and it's not going to be a race to who can sell the most DoD that day. Will there be people that sell out? Yes, but come on, we're not going to just unlock $5 million in tokens and be like, "Yo, I trust you." You know, obviously, you know, people will take profit, and I have no problem with that. But if someone has 500 billion in their wallet, they're probably going to relock like 450 billion, 475 billion. You know, yeah, they'll have a little bit of money to trade with if it goes up 300%. I get it. But most of our team, and all of our teams, like our core team, is going to do that. But most of the people that we're working with as well, our partners, our moderators, stuff like that. I mean, they've all talked to me about that privately. Well, what happens on the day that it unlocks? I'm like, we're probably just going to lock it, you know, the day that it happens, or the day before again, or something like that. And we're just going to have people FOMO in. There's going to be a lot of marketing that happens over the next few months. And I can positively say this on an AMA, that nobody really comes in here and ever listens to these in full. So no one's going to listen to this to the end of the conversation and hear me say that we're going to relock the wallets. So don't make that an announcement. The only people that will come in here and listen to it are true community members, which I want them to know, because then they feel safer about their investment. But in terms of shilling that and stuff, don't shill that we're relocking wallets, because we want people to FOMO in and think, oh, this is going to be like a pump and dump in a way. No, it's not. Not at all. Like, those people are going to get taxed so heavily that day, it won't even be funny. Like, I'll turn my messages off that day for sure. But I don't care, because I'm going to protect the project and I'm going to protect the people in it. There are going to be some people that make a shit, and excuse my French, there's going to be people that make a shit ton of money that day. Will some of them sell? Yes. Will some of them care if they get taxed 30 or 40% with the slippage and everything? No, because they're like, I still made a lot of money. Good for you. Genuinely, you held for a certain amount of time. You made your profit margin that you were looking to make. You move on. I understand that. I've done that with other tokens and coins before. Like, it's fine. But at the same time, our core team is going to relock their wallets for sure. We're not going to let this project dump. I know I announced this last week on the main chat, but this is true to the 1000%. I know that we're coming out with 2 new projects in, like, the tokens, and then the NFT marketplace with the wallet and the swap and all that stuff. I have people to manage all of that stuff. I am here at Defender of Doge. This is where I'm going to stay, and I'm going to put my focus in, even post burn. Will I be a part of the other projects? Absolutely. I'll be an intricate part of them. I'll have the same ownership of that token that I have of this token. But this is why I'm establishing the team that I'm putting around me, so that I can hand that over to them, have them run it like we ran this. And I'm going to focus on bringing Defender of Doge eventually, hopefully, to a top 1,000 or 100 token one day. And people are like, you're insane. Well, let's see, because everybody that's rich has always been called insane.
Yeah, I can confirm that when Kevin decides to do something, oh boy, that determination is something out of my league that I've never seen before. So yeah.
On that note, I've been up for about 27 hours straight. So I'm going to hop off and go get some sleep, because I could not believe what it's been more than 27 hours. Jeez. I've been up for almost 2 days. Jeez. So yeah, I came home. I went to a football game last night. I didn't bring my phone on purpose. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to like go there and like take a break from life. And my friend had his phone, and I went there, and like I came back and looked at the chart, and I called Tony. I go, what happened? He's like, I don't know. So I called Mike a bunch of times. It's like 4 a.m. Or it was like 2 a.m. in the morning. And he's not going to answer, because Mike falls asleep at 10 o'clock. And so like for like 4 hours, we had no idea what had happened. And then Mike woke up and he was like, yeah, I don't know either. Like, we just started getting buys. I guess it must have been from the marketing. And I don't know if it was from Reddit. I don't know if it was from shilling. I don't know if it was from the Chinese influencer. I genuinely don't know where it came from. But that's the type of buys that we're going to start getting. We're going to get organic stuff, and we're figuring out ways to market where it does not cost us a lot of money. And in turn, we can put that money back into the project to stabilize the price even more, which we've done a lot already. I mean, we had a huge marketing budget to start, and we have put some of that money back into the project because we know we don't need it. we genuinely are like, this is going to be fine because of the way that we're figuring out Reddit, Twitter, YouTube, all these different algorithms, obviously Weibo, WeChat. This is the type of stuff that we're establishing. It does not, I know that that's stupid saying like Rome wasn't built in a day. I mean, that's just the truth though about anything that's good. I mean, I've owned a business for 10 years. The first 2 years, it's so stereotypical. The first 2 years, I didn't make any money. I made like 20 grand each year. And then the third year, it exploded. And then the fourth year, it exploded more. And the fifth year, more. And it just kept growing. And that's exactly what happens when things are, and this is why Tony said that when I have determination on something, I will stay up 48 hours. And I don't take drugs at all. I don't take Adderall. I don't do any of that stuff at all. I can't even function on it. I always tell Tony, I don't know how people do that and work. I feel all wiry. I feel weird. I just stay up. I have a crazy determination. I have a crazy work ethic. My dad kind of instilled that in me as a kid. He was like, when you're 16, you go and you get a job and you just don't stop working till you're 65. I was like, screw the 65 part. But, I really do put in the 18 hours a day that's needed. And I have definitely taken a lot of time away from my business. And I don't regret that by any means. I haven't made money off of anything except when we got paid out from the pre-sale. Obviously, people know that you get paid a certain amount of money. We paid out me, Mike, Tony, Steve, some of our marketers that helped us with the pre-sale. But it was no Defender of Doge token sold. I mean, our team is not sitting there dumping, and that is why we all invested in projects where we're like, this is a great concept. They're doing everything right, but why isn't the price going up? That's why. Because people are on the side and they're taking out money. Is it necessarily the owners of the project? Sometimes it's not. Sometimes the owners are the ones getting screwed over because they have investors that get in so early with so much money that they're able to control the project. That was another thing that I completely prevented from happening because since day one, I had over 60% of the tokens locked. So this is something that we have thought about day and night, 18 to 24 hours a day because we're all working in different time zones. There's never a time someone's not doing work. When I'm sleeping and Mike's sleeping, Tony and Steve are working. When Tony and Steve are sleeping, me and Mike are working. This is a 24-hour operation. That's why we have no problem being transparent. I don't care if you have a question of any kind, as long as it's not like overly negative to the point where you're like, I hate your project. Why is it successful? Obviously, I'm not going to answer you, but I literally will answer 99% of the questions that get asked me, and I respond to everyone. I wake up with hundreds of messages a day sometimes, and I go through every single person's message. Sometimes I don't respond if it's a marketing thing, or I tell them to go over to Mike. But for our investors, if you're in the Defender of Doge group, I'm going to respond to you. And if I didn't respond to you, message me again.
Yeah, and I can confirm that even if your question is urgent and you need an urgent answer and it's kind of a technical, there's been more than one or two nights for me when Kevin called me and woke me up like, hey, sorry to wake you up, but I need an answer for this. Giving answer, okay, good night. And that's it. We work 24 hours.
Yeah, I will wake Tony up if I have a technical question. I'm talking to a private investor or something. He's like, I need to know about this. I'll be like, Tony, what's this thing on BSC scan? Like what's in the and I'm not technical. I deal with exchanges. I deal with finances. I deal with people in different countries. I did a foreign affairs for the last project that I worked for. I do a lot of different things that for a project that people might not think it's like, oh, that's not mandatory and that's not necessary. Yes, it very much is. And that's why these projects that are so successful, they have people doing the most tedious things in the world, but they're making their project as perfect as they possibly can. I cannot promise, like I said, that we will do what SafeMoon did, or we will do what Boost Coin did and go from 0 cents to 36 or 50 cents, whatever it went to. I can't promise you that. But what I can promise you is that I will always protect investors, and I will never not own this token. I will never get, what's that word, Tony, when you give it to the blockchain?
Renounce.
I don't even have that word in my vocabulary. I will never do that.
Yes, sir.
in my life. I will
What's the
always have
word?
control. Renounce. You can renounce your
renounce,
contract
gotcha.
basically and just give it to blockchain. It'll live on forever. I will never do that. I will
Dumb
always
move.
have full control over this and what happens, and I will always have a team around me protecting our money. I know that we're going to get into other projects and you guys will be airdrop those tokens. You know, this is kind of like a comic book series in a way, like that's how we designed it. But this is always going to be like, well, Spider-Man's a very good example. Everyone's posting about that today. Did they drop another movie? Because that's like the 17th one. But what happened is
They make money though.
and they do, absolutely. The first Spider-Man, and I don't care what your argument is the best one by far with James Franco and you know, I forget his name. Yeah, Tobey Maguire. Rest in peace, Uncle Ben. Great movie. Then the Spider-Mans, you know, obviously they still make a lot of money and they're still very well done, but you'll never. There's always going to be the OG movie. You know, there's always going to be the original, and that's what this is. This contract will never be renounced. This will always be the token that is the main token. Eventually, my goal is to merge those tokens into one. And I've gotten that question a lot from people. That won't happen for a long time. That does take a lot of stuff to do as well. We'll have to figure out different price points and stuff because me and Tony were talking about that the other day. If we're ever to merge something, we have to have it at the exact same price pretty much to merge it so people do not lose money on their investments. Because you can't merge a token that's at 10 cents with one that's at 1 cent. Because everyone's investment is going to be demolished. And the only people that are going to make money are going to be the owners of the project. We're never going to do that. If you don't want to spend that much money on the next projects that come out when we put the light paper out, I understand that. Maybe put 500 or 1,000 in or whatever. We'll have our own marketing for that. People will buy that. We already have very cool stuff that's coming out for the second token. But I just want people to know because they put a lot of money into this and they put a lot of time into this. This is not something that ends on January 15th when we burn the tokens. This is not something that ends on, I'm just going to give a date, February 1st if the second token releases that day. This is not when this project ends at all.
Is that the
This is
actual
actually
date?
when this, February 1st is the date that I'm aiming for, but I'm never going to release that date until I have the for sure go ahead from Tony and Steve because they obviously do all the contract code and stuff like that.
I get asked like 5 times a day.
Yeah, I would say
Yeah, me too.
February 1st is definitely what we're aiming for. Could it be February 15th? Could it end up being March 1st? Yeah, but if we're going to come out with a much better project, I would rather it take 15 or 30 more days.
Did you get that, Charles?
Can we get a hint?
Oh, I thought Mike told you what it is.
No, man. You guys are holding out on us.
All right. So the second project. Oh, I shouldn't announce this without Mike on, though. You know,
Right.
Sleeping.
not
I
on.
agree.
All right. All I can say, is the initials are DODK. And if you can message me and guess it, then I'll tell you if you're right. But I won't
Just gonna
announce it
flood your
until.
inbox.
That's good.
I know they will. But Mike actually said it on the voice chat the other day. He popped in. It was like probably 20 people on. And he said the initials as well, and nobody guessed. So.
Mike's here.
Yeah, Kev, Mike just hopped on.
Yo, Mike, you're here?
As long as we don't name it Chickenzilla, I'm good.
Mike. Is Mike here?
That's the Shield Insider.
Yeah, I see him on the voice chat. But
I
yeah,
don't know if he's
Kevin,
listening, though.
Complications.
Yo, Mike, you here?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes,
now we can hear
You want to
you.
give the second token announcement right now? They want it. I thought you announced it.
No, are you kidding me? You can't announce that now.
All right. Well, you wanted to announce the light paper, or we're announcing obviously the light paper for it, so they want to know the name.
Yeah, they want something. Come on now.
I gave them the initials like you did. If they figure it out, they figure it out.
Well, the light paper is going to be, I already talked to Steve. He's going to draw it up within the next couple of days because I know Alpha wanted it too.
Oh, man. Throw me under
But
the
there's
bus.
going to be a lot of, there's definitely going to be some redacted portions of it. So some names are going to be blocked out, but it'll be the gist of like everything going forward. So you'll have it all and we'll post it out there.
Yeah, I
Come on, give it up. I can hear it.
No, you can't do it.
I
Can't do it.
say it.
How
You know
about
when
what?
we'll announce it? I'm giving an announcement date, January 16th.
Oh,
Can
Day
you
after the
give
bird.
us the tokenomics of it? The
There you go.
tokenomics of the second token.
Can't say it.
Denied.
Actually, if you guys want to check,
Man.
you want to have a little fun. I'll show you a little fun. Hold on a second. I'm going to
But
introduce
they're
something
unique.
right now.
Mike, if you post what I think you're going to post, you're out.
Hold on.
Back's hurting from carrying us, man. You know that.
Hold on. Where is it? Hold on.
Yo,
I gotta find
Kev, I couldn't sleep all last night, bro. So I literally brought in like 25 fresh faces, like 5 whales.
That's great. I mean, that's what we have to do. We just need to, keep bringing people in organically. I mean, I see that we've gotten some good buys while we were on this. Our price is looking good right now. But like I said, I mean, I know people are going to sell. That's no problem. I get it. But we have a very, very long-term vision for this.
Yes, sir.
Mike, I mean, do you want to update that? I gave them a pretty good marketing update, but do you want to update them on anything on marketing?
Yeah, I want everybody to check the chat in about 2 seconds. And just so you know that I came up with this and I was voted down, and it's just going to get posted anyway. So here it is. That's Diesel's sidekick, Benny the Bone. You deleted that.
Bro, why would you erase it? I didn't get
delete
a screenshot. I didn't get a
What
screenshot.
the heck? Come on, Kev. Let me post it. Stop. He's
Bro, come on,
he's
man.
not coming to the series. He's not coming to the series. But I'm just gonna post it, Kev.
Mike said he got outvoted.
I got outvoted, but so he's not.
Yes.
He's not
I
gonna be
voted
part.
3-1, and he's still doing this.
But listen, no. So seriously, he's not going to be part of the series, but he's somebody who I thought of, and I hadn't made up. So
All right, he's a carrot. He's a carrot. Like if we make a comic book, for example, we'll throw him in there to make Mike really happy.
Edition
You can go ahead and post it, Mike. It's
Don't do it.
stupid.
Somebody
I
will
hate it.
screenshot it and
no, it's okay. It's okay. I'm not worried about it. So this was supposed to be Diesel's sidekick that I thought of, but it got outvoted because it says it looks like an obscene thing. But you'll see. Hold on. So that's Benny the Bone. Supposed to be Diesel's sidekick, but it got outvoted because of I guess the appearance of him. They did not like the way he looked. And even Jules said the same thing. She said, "No, you cannot use that character."
Yeah.
But, I mean, I'm a fan. Listen, Benny the Bone to me, that's my guy right there. So it is what it is. We'll put him on the shelf for now. I'll take him out of there. He's gone.
Yeah, I can agree on that one. It's a good character, but maybe not that appropriate for the project, you know?
He needs some pants. He needs some pants is what he needs.
Yes.
All right, Mike, don't lie to them and say you didn't put overalls on him and it looked just as bad.
I did put overalls on him and he did look just as bad. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, man.
No, but there's
that's not it. That's not the project.
Well, Kev, I actually did a bunch of mock-ups of actually other characters. Maybe you want to have the community possibly look at them and take a vote.
Yes, if you want to do that, that'd be great.
All right, so hold on, give me a second.
So everyone don't post for a second.
They're all rough drafts. None of them are final.
Main chat is where you're posting them.
Yeah. Hold on,
we can erase them all quick.
So, like, I know in advance that we're going to do the NFT comic book. For example, these are going to be the characters that are in it. I will do everything in my power to keep Benny the Bone out of this project.
You know what, man?
Sounds like a vendetta, man.
Benny did nothing wrong to you.
I like Benny.
Everybody stop posting.
All right. So
let Mike post this.
All right. So these are only the top 3. There'll definitely be more, but these are the ones.
These all based on New York characters you really know.
Well, yeah, some of the names, yeah.
Kevin, while I still have you here, is there any ETA on the NFTs and the
Who
NFT market?
deleted it?
Stop posting for a sec. But for the NFTs, Tony, you want to give an update on when you think that that's going to be released? That whole platform.
Yeah, I was going to come to this point, but we got a little off track from these technical parts. Yeah, so the wallet graphical user interface is on the works, and so is the NFT marketplace server-side implementations right now. I was hoping to get it released already, but because we're trying to get this one up, got a little postponed on that one. But within I'm trying to put it out within the next week and trying to get some sneak peeks out as soon as possible.
Awesome.
You,
And one more question. The NFTs, we're gonna be able to purchase them with DoD tokens, correct? So it brings some more attraction to the chart.
I'm trying to implement some custom token payments, yes, but at least with the major ones, Ethereum, BNB, and later on Polygon.
Oh, okay. So you're not gonna be able to buy the NFTs with DoD.
I'm trying to work on it, but I won't promise it to the start.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
Just to be honest.
Kev, can somebody turn on the messages so I can send them? I'm trying to post the photos and they're getting deleted.
Oh, okay.
I'm deleting everyone.
Now, these are rough drafts, all right? And there's
No, I'm
about
just kidding.
17 more characters.
You
I have.
shouldn't. I mean, it shouldn't get deleted.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
those
I can't even post it. It keeps getting just auto deleted right away.
Yeah, as soon as they hit, they're gone.
Rose keeps actually deleting these. Why?
Put it
Rose
to
needs
bed.
a trip on the Titanic again.
Mine posted.
Because you're an admin or something.
Oh, let me add you.
Yeah.
Just for a second. All right.
Yeah,
here.
because
you can do whatever you want, Mike.
All right,
yeah,
so here we
Rose is
go.
nagging again. Bad Rose.
I've never even seen these. I have seen the doghouse one.
That definitely looks like a Sasha I know.
I mean, there's a lot more. These are just a couple different ones, but
At least you're keeping it funny.
yeah, of
I
course
like
it's
them. I
supposed to
like
be.
them a lot, bro.
Henry. Wow, right. Henry for the win, bro.
All right.
Henry
I
gets the
mean,
win.
vote on it. I like.
And
I
then, well, no, they're not done. They're not done yet. They're
I
not
like
done
I
yet.
like
the
Sasha.
doghouse.
And then don't forget him.
Get him out.
Benny
Of
the
here.
Ball.
Okay,
I mean,
Benny. Okay.
You just love him.
Put it upside down already.
No.
Yo, you delete that, Red Dog. I'll send you tokens to delete that.
All right, they're deleted. They're deleted.
Danny
just
the
rough.
doghouse.
He was the last one to get deleted. No, so yeah, no, that's what this is all about. It's having fun. So like Kevin mentioned, they're gonna do the limited edition, like old school comics that you used to get. I'm old as hell, so I remember it. But and I'm sure Alpha does too. Back in the day, in the newspaper, you had the little cartoon section in the newspaper. So that's kind of like what they're gonna
Not
do.
that
As far
young. I used
Hey,
to see that
we
too.
got that too.
Oh my God! All right. Well, so then yes, we all know, and that's kind of what it's going to be. And there's going to be different characters for it, and
I
the
will
ideas are
announce this.
more than
There
welcome.
will only be a very limited amount of those comic books released as NFTs.
Yes.
Like 25 to 50 type thing. Like there's not going to be a lot.
Let's go.
So
Yeah.
That's what I want to hear.
And
Are
then-
they gonna have like rarities like the other tokens have like NFT rarity like 1 through like 50 or something, and then like wardrobe 1 through 50?
Yeah, they're gonna basically be so it's probably gonna be like a set of 4, but you have to collect all 4 to complete the set type thing, and there'll be only a limited edition of each one.
And there's 4 for each project, I'm assuming, right?
Well, that they haven't decided yet, but
Okay.
it'll be something like that.
One thing at a
Awesome.
time, Piff. One thing at a time.
Mark is the first one to guess incorrect.
Did
The
he?
name of the token.
Oh,
Chicken Zilla's
Survey
not right.
says.
No, we can't. It can't be announced yet. It can't. It just can't do it.
No, it's not gonna. It's not gonna be announced.
I just posted my
Nope.
guess.
Try again.
denied.
Delete.
Get one vote.
See, look,
better-
AWD.
16th.
You know what? AWD. I'm 100% going to release Benny the Bone as an NFT.
One of
100% it's
one.
going to
There will
happen.
be one Benny the Bone sold, and it will be to a member that has a dead wallet.
500
That-
billion dollar or 500 billion dead wallet.
I'm gonna send it to somebody like has a bunch of tokens. They'll never realize they even have the NFT because I can't do it.
You
we're
know,
gonna have a bidding. We're gonna have a bidding war on Benny the Bone, Mike.
My notes said baby DOD.
Oh, I'm telling you, there's some other characters that I got lined up. Those are just quick. Those were quick ones.
Yeah, you got
My-
to baby DOD. That's all the rage in 21.
Yeah. My
We're deleting that.
My brain
We're
gets
not giving
crazy
people
sometimes.
ideas.
so you guys released the first NFT, the Diesel Dog, right? That's a limited edition one, right?
Yeah, those
Yeah,
that
there's
one
only-
is on the there's only 50 of those. And what the thing is with those is we still have those. We still have some left. We just have to figure a way. I know Tony was figuring a way to have them show up in the wallet. So everybody that has them owns them.
Like we
Yeah,
can
the
see
only-
it on
You have to
BSC.
go to that site.
Yeah, the only
Yeah, you
problem
have to go
is
to that site to pull it up.
yeah,
for
the
some
only
reason.
only problem is that it doesn't get shown correctly on your wallet. But they're also I talked with their developer, and they're trying to fix that one up. So because it's really a simple token like all the other NFTs, and it should pop up on OpenSea too at some point. So those are definitely not lost, and we're
Yeah,
trying to work.
you guys
work-
still own them. Whoever
Yes.
has them, they're still there. They're locked on the blockchain. They're yours.
Yeah, we're trying to work out just to get them to show as normal.
I did hear
Normal
rumors that
NFTs.
I heard that
I
Benny the
gotcha.
Bone. I heard that Benny the Bone stole them, but that's just a rumor.
Oh man, we got to track Benny the Bone down.
Looks like a guy that sells singles out in front of the convenience store.
We got to send Sasha at him or something.
We have another character that I love, but Mike does not want to say his name, but I love it. BTB. That's the initials. That's
Wait,
Tony's
say the
favorite.
initials again.
BTB, the
Yeah.
Beaver character.
Oh,
I love it.
no,
I love it. I
absolutely
love it.
not.
That is
No
Tony's
way.
favorite character in the
Hey,
world.
Mike, you got overruled on Benny, and I got overruled on that one, but I still love the character.
Hey, we got to make sure we got a strong female character because we got a lot of women of crypto in here.
Oh yeah.
That's why I do like the one. What was the name of the first one you
Sasha.
posted, Mike?
Sasha's
Sa-
nice, yeah.
Sasha. I did like Sasha as well. I like Danny the Doghouse because that was the first one Mike said to me, and obviously I think a dog and a doghouse go well together. But this is a female dog that can go along with a male dog, and they could be super sidekicks as well. So give us your vote. I personally, that's not what I'm focused on when I talk to private investors. They're not asking me if we're going to use Sasha or Danny the Doghouse.
Or Benny the Bone.
But at the same time, I do assure them that nothing like Benny the Bone will ever be released.
I already talked to Steve, so Benny the Bone might make an appearance. Like you might see him inside the dome, really small somewhere. It'd be like a Where's Waldo character. You gotta try to find him.
Yo, now I know what I am having a meeting today. Okay, that no. Oh my god. No.
So
If
what
Mike
Yeah,
has if Mike wants to put out his own little Where's Waldo parody book, that's fine. He can do that on his own account. Me and Tony are not going to be involved in any sales of Benny the Bone except the one-of-one NFT that I hope goes for more than any of these Bored Ape Yacht Club stupid shit, because Benny the Bone should outsell every one of these people. Stop posting Danny the Dong. We're not doing that.
Yo, guys, I just wanted to give you guys an update. We're still on CMC Top Gainers, 25th spot, 25th on CMC Top Gainers.
Nice.
Nice. Music to my ears.
Well,
Yes,
Kev, did you address any of those new buyers that came in today? Did you talk about any of that?
Yeah, we did.
I wanted to know if anybody knew him.
Okay, all right, cool.
Oh no,
Yeah.
a lot.
But I have, and we only will do one a week, but let's get it going. If you buy, and I love for the people that stay on because they get a chance. If you, out of the next 10 buys, you buy 0.1 BNB worth or more, you'll be registered to win 5 billion tokens, 1 out of 10 people, which is worth a lot of money right now. It's like, I think that's worth a full BNB. And
So
Yes,
if
it
I
is.
buy 1 BNB, I get 5 billion.
no. If you right now, if you bought 1 BNB on the
Yeah, actually, you only
pancake
get
swap, it's about 5 billion per BNB.
No, I know.
But yes, so we'll out of the next 10 buys, 0.1 or more, we will, and if you dump on the project, you're automatically disqualified from giveaways. But keep buying in, we love you. But other than that, it's next 10 buys, 5 billion tokens to one of the next 10. And out of the next 50 buys, which I will calculate, we will give, and this is for the people that didn't stay on the AMA because they got off early, we'll give, or didn't come on, we'll give 2.5 billion tokens to, which is half a BNB. So
and also, guys, don't forget, you got to check the raffle giveaway because only the first, second, and fifth place winners came forward. Third and fourth still never came forward from the last one. So
the
check your
50
wallet.
billion, because that guy, Nemesis and the professor, I'm trying not to say their real names, they contributed more than actually 50 billion. They wanted to, give 5 people that participated because of how many entries we had a prize. Obviously, the first place winner won 50 billion. But if you are second through 5, what numbers did you say, Mike? 3 and 4?
Second and fifth already came forward. They got their tokens. Third and fourth never came forward.
Okay. So obviously go back to that. You can go to the announcements channel, which I will post right now in the chat. If you are not in this, please join this. This is very important. I know everything in here gets pinned, but it's still good to have people see this in real time. And this is where that information is posted. So if you think that you may have won, please go check. And if you did, you can message me or Mike. Or Mike, what's the account that you want people messaging for giveaways now?
Well, I think Steve said just message the main Defender.
The main
Doge
one, Defender of So we were doing Defend the Doge. That we had 2 different. We had a giveaway one to make everything easier. Just please DM the regular account. If you don't get your tokens after 48 hours or a reasonable amount of time, obviously, please message one of us personally. But we've been very good about doing this. We have obviously done a lot of giveaways. We're not going to be doing them as much, but we will be doing one tonight. The 50 giveaway, the 50 buy giveaway should last until at least tomorrow or the next day. But I would assume the 10 buy giveaway will end tonight. So I'll post that right now. I will obviously pin that. And other than that, I'm going to get some sleep because it's been about 2 days since I slept. And
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I know,
can get some sleep.
and Mike is probably going to go to sleep as well. And Tony.
Well, I got a couple things I'll finish up on too.
Oh yeah, my back
So
hurts
what I'm going
because
to
I
do
had
is
to carry
I
the
think
team.
I'm going to tell Steve that I'm going to give the third and fourth place winners another 2 days to step forward. If they don't, then we're just going to
We'll just turn it into another giveaway.
Yeah, we're just going to randomly pick some other community members to give it to. That also, like Kev said, if you subscribe to the announcement channel, and because obviously, like I'm sure most of you do, you turn your notifications off on Telegram because it goes off all day long. So what's good is you just leave that one channel unmuted. So because we don't post on there all day long. It's only like when there's something coming up. So at least you'll get the notification from that one channel. That really helps a lot. And if you've noticed, a lot of the Reddit pages we've been going on, that's extremely important. So if you guys don't have a Reddit account, sign up for one. It's free. It's not. Yeah, comment, upvote, and you can give awards to post too. That actually helps boost it up. Awards, I don't know, it costs like $10 and you get a certain amount of coins from Reddit, and you can give awards to certain things you see on there or whatever it may be. But
Yeah, and
I
if,
found
if
out,
you're active enough, you get those rewards too.
yeah, I found that Reddit has actually been one of the best advertisement pieces to this whole thing, because I don't know if Kev had talked about this at all, but there's a lot of people that always say, oh, why can't you guys pay to have Dex trend on Dex? Well, number one, guys, newsflash, all these people that DM me every day, they're all liars. I spoke to somebody very knowledgeable in the business today, and it's $15,000 for 24 hours to trend on Dex, and that's only to get you into the top 10. And then depending on volume, that'll get you to maybe the number 1 or 2 spot. Thankfully, we have a guy named Tony who's a master developer who's going to be able to get us there for free. So once that's worked out, you'll see us trending almost every day.
Yeah.
So
I can give you
that'll be taken care of. And there's been a lot of fake accounts made lately. So just be very careful. Obviously we're not going to DM you, and I know somebody was going back and forth with a fake account today. The person was claiming to be I think the main account, saying, hey, can I borrow 1 ETH until tomorrow? And obviously the person was a mod and he was trolling, he was playing back with him, but nobody here is ever going to ask you for anything like that. So just be careful. I know there was a guy on here earlier, his name was Jimmy, I think I saw him typing, said he got scammed out like $60,000 from another project. Just be very, very careful with all that stuff. Don't ever give anything away. And we're never going to ask for anything. The only thing we would ever, when you DM the account, if you won something or it's a bonus buy or something like that, that's different, because they're just sending you tokens. But never seed phrases, never security passcodes, none of that stuff. So just be very, very careful.
That scammer's probably hating his life because I gave Tony his address.
Oh, let me tell you something.
First, he wanted 5 BNB because he just needed a quick loan, and then he wanted 1 ETH. So I said, "Yeah, let me send you 1.5, so you don't have to bother me again."
Yeah,
5 out of 10
the...
people have already bought in for the first giveaway.
Nice.
Really? Damn.
And also, I can tell you this: there's a little. Well, I'm not going to spill a secret on that one, Tony.
Yeah,
come on,
guys.
What are you meaning?
Because it's not a nice thing to do, but it can be done, and it's for people that try to scam us or anybody in our community. Let's just say Tony can make it a way that they're.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now I gotcha. Yeah.
They're put it this way: if somebody ever comes after you, just talk to Tony, and he'll take care of it for you.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Let's leave it that. Yeah.
Yes.
We have some good connections at Telegram as well. I actually found a pretty legitimate person. So if you ever have a scam account, I've gotten 3 actually deleted. So just send them over to me, and I will get them forwarded on to him. He genuinely seems like he does work for Telegram and in like a human resources position. I thought it was a scam at first as well, but he was like, just give me the usernames of anyone that has scammed you or any of your members, because somebody referred me to him. And I was like, okay, well, here you go. This is the name of somebody that scammed us out of like, I don't know what it was, like something trending. We paid him like 0.1 BNB, but I wanted to see. His account got deleted the next day. So we do have some good connections like that. If you actually get your money stolen from you, please talk to Tony because he'll help you. But I mean, that's just, don't be stupid. And I'm trying to be nice. Like, just don't give out any personal information. Nobody's ever going to ask you for it. No mods, no admins, not me, not Tony, not Mike, and definitely not Steve because he doesn't have Telegram.
He's not in
Yeah.
here. Yeah.
Yeah, the
And
first thing
for-
I do if I get a message
Yeah,
that I
guys,
think is
I
suspect,
just wanted to.
Go
I
ahead.
just check the
Yeah, I
email.
just wanted to say one thing. Our new floor. I'm assuming this is our new floor. We're sitting strong at 10 million market cap. We were at 6 million last night,
Yeah, Mike,
so
stop saying-
we 2x our market cap. So I guess this is our new floor, 10 million.
I mean, it was a great. Put it this way: when I woke up this morning, I had no idea what had happened. But I think I know. I think it was so. We all know a lot of whales, right? And they like to come test the waters before they start inviting a lot of their friends to come. So I think those two guys that came in today that made, if you saw, they were consecutive buys from the same account twice. At first, Tony and I were talking. We're like, "What the hell is going on?" And we had
Yeah,
no
that's
idea
Mark.
about any of it.
That's Mark. Mike.
And
Mark.
what's that?
That's Mark that made those buys.
Who? Mark? Who?
No, a different Mark from a different project.
Oh, all right. Well, whatever. So that's how they do it. So, shout out to them. And it's great that they did it. Granted, there's max transaction limits, like we've talked about this, because it protects the project and it makes everybody feel safer. But the benefit of them buying in multiple times like that gives you the reflections more than just happening one time. So that's another positive when people buy in on multiple times like that. So
And if you ever do know somebody that wants to buy in big, or like I said, they've gotten screwed over in another project, USDT, ETH, any of these different networks, have them message me. We'll work out a deal. We've done it with many people. We've locked up their wallets, obviously, but we want people in this to make money. And we're not people that are, that's what me and Mike do all day in our other businesses, is we negotiate with people and we make deals. So if you ever have an offer that you think is sufficient, don't be scared. Don't act like you're, greedy for asking. You might get turned down, but there's people that DM us all the time.
Kevin does that a lot too, because of the simple fact that since it is on BNB and there's a lot of states where you just can't get BNB, so people can get ETH. And,
yes, that's one of the biggest complaints that I get is, oh, I can't buy BNB. So there's a lot of people that say, well, can I just send you ETH? Absolutely. We all have MetaMask and these different wallets that have the same address for both. So yeah, absolutely. Send if you're more comfortable with sending ETH, because that's what you have. We want you to do, like I said, we want you to do what you're comfortable with doing. We don't want to pressure anybody into buying. And I simply don't care when you make your investment. If you want to do your research for 5 days, I get that. If you want to do it for 2 weeks, I get that. There's some people that do all their research in 2 hours. Tony can find out probably 95% of something about a token within 2 hours and tells me if I should buy it or not. There's all different speeds that these people have that research at. I know Jules spoke on it a little. There's a lot of new people that are in crypto. So no question is a dumb question either. If you ever have a question that you're like, oh, this sounds so stupid, it's probably not. It's probably been asked by one of our team members before, not in this project, but in the past when they first started. So on that note, if you do have any questions, I told them, Mike, they can always DM or message me, you, or Tony. We will get back to them when we can. And we're always going to keep this thing as transparent as possible. So let's keep going with the buys. We already have 5 out of 10 spots, which is great. And we already have 5 out of 50 spots on the other one. So you guys will, people that buy in will be obviously entered to win both giveaways. So if anybody has a question, please let me know. But other than that, I think that we're good to go tonight. We covered basically everything.
Good night, Kev.
Yep. Good night, guys.
Okay, good night, Kev.
All right.
Thank
so now
you.
that he's gone, when am I introducing Benny the Bone? He's still here.
I'll
That's
pay
why.
good money for that.
Hey, I'm still, yeah, and I'm still here.
Next question, please.
Oh, sorry, I forgot Tony's still here too.
Okay, don't worry, Mike. I will be heading to bed soon too, because I only slept 2.5 hours, and Kevin needed to call me. I almost overslept this, so yeah, I'm definitely
No,
going to
it's all right.
take
I'm only staying on for a
Okay.
couple minutes anyway. But no,
Yeah,
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 Can I ask a question?
yeah, sure.
of course.
Well, can I ask a question?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Um, First, I want to say well done to the team and the great job that has been done. Um, First of all, I want to find out what's the best duration to lock my wallet if I want to lock my wallet. Can I lock it for 1 month, or will you suggest longer than that? 3 months,
See,
six
so like
months?
Kevin was saying,
Let me
so
know.
like he was saying earlier, like a lot of people have been locking their wallet to the 15th, obviously, because we're gonna burn 75% of the tokens on the 15th.
And I
But like,
told them for the people on here, Mike, obviously we're going to relock a lot of those. It's not going to just be a dump fest that day.
well, that's what I was just gonna say. I was just
Yeah.
gonna get to that. So
Yeah,
it just because the tokens are being burned on the 15th. Trust me when I tell you, because I won't be one of those people selling on the 15th. It's going to be, once you burn them and they're unlocked, yes, of course you could choose to what you're going to do, what you're going to do with your own money at that point. But the scarcity of it is obviously what's going to drive the price up. And I've seen other projects do this, and after they've made their big burn, that's when the buying really started going crazy, was after the fact, because they know that the token supply is so limited. And I think that I know I spoke to Steve. I don't know if Kevin, maybe if he talked about this, but if you notice, they've been burning larger amounts almost every day leading up to this.
Yes, I
So it's like,
announced that. And also I talked to them about the swap to liquefy thing, how we raised that and we're getting more liquidity every time.
yeah. The reason why I'm asking, sorry, the reason why I'm asking is, you're talking about bringing out NFTs. If I lock my wallet for say 3 months, because I'm really not looking at you know, drawing anytime soon. If I lock my wallet for a longer period of time, will I be able to buy the NFTs? Or what do you suggest? What play do you suggest?
I mean,
Do you-
well, when you lock your wallet, basically what you're doing is you're just locking up those tokens that you have. So if it's for sale with another currency, you could buy it. But if it's all your Defender of Doge locked up, then no, because you won't have any to buy it because it's locked up. So that would depend on you. There's no real reason to lock it for 3 months, honestly, but that's up to you. You can if you want. Um, and that's your kind of call. And so what I just want to touch on that swap to liquefy thing, because I've been doing a lot of studying on a lot of different things. So basically what swap to liquefy is, it's what SafeMoon does and a lot of other projects incorporated are doing. So basically what happens is, after a certain amount of tokens is sold, the contract automatically sells a certain percentage of tokens, right? And it swaps to liquefy. It's exactly what it means. So basically, it takes those tokens and turns them into liquidity for the project. So what'll happen is, say in, I don't know, 6 months, or not even, say in 3 months, the team decides to renounce the contract, right? Which that means they give up all rights to everything, right? It's just basically lives on the blockchain forever. Defender of Doge will always survive because the swap to liquefy will always keep it alive. So that's a lot of problems with a lot of projects don't do. And that's how a lot of projects get rugged, because what'll happen is, if you don't have that feature, I know it makes the chart look a little ugly sometimes, and yes, it puts a double sell in, but what that's doing is it's building the foundation of the liquidity behind it. So people might be able to start dumping, but the liquidity is going to go right back into it. So there's always going to be plenty of money for everybody to buy and sell. So it's not going to be to a point where it's going to say, okay, there's not enough liquidity to make all these sales happen. You get what I'm saying? It's like kind of refilling the bank on its own, and it's self-sufficient, self-sustaining as it goes on. It can just live on the blockchain forever and continue without anybody having to monitor or do anything to it. So it's a great feature. SafeMoon, that's one of the big things that they did when they first came out. Um, that is what it is, but it's kind of, some tokens use it. I'm glad that this team decided to do it along with the max transaction, for the anti-whale stuff, because again, it's truly, truly anti-rug. It's not going anywhere because it's just going to keep itself alive. And that's the best part of it. Nobody has to be there to monitor it. So, right, Tony, did I get that pretty much right?
Yes, that is correct. Yeah, and we kind of went through that, but you got it all correct. Yes.
Okay, good, cool.
Perfect.
So wait,
Perfect.
to Mike. Hey Mike, what's up, man? How you doing?
Hey, what's up?
Not bad. So you're talking about like a contract sell then, basically.
I'll say that again.
So you're trying to say that's like a contract sell? That's like a contract sell, correct?
I didn't understand what he said. Yeah, contract. Say it again.
Contract sell. That's what you was talking about.
Oh, let me see my phone. I don't know if I could hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, I was asking if it was like a contract sell you was talking about.
A contract I was talking about?
Oh,
Yeah,
you mean the
contract
swap
sell.
and liquify?
Oh no, the swap.
Yeah, so when you sell.
Yeah. So the swap to liquefy is built into the code of the contract, so it's in there. So, and some projects decide to use them. Some contracts don't even build it in there. To me, I think it's a genius idea. Why leave it up to the token, the people who are running the token to control the liquidity when the project can control itself? So it'll just survive on its own. They could walk away from this project right now and it'll just live on because it'll never run out of money. Will it get low? Yeah, sure, but it'll constantly keep refilling every time somebody sells until obviously the total of supply of tokens ever ran out, which I don't know if that would ever even happen. But with 75% burnt, even there should be a ton left over anyway. But it'll stay alive for a very, very long time that way.
Yeah, one thing that I want to address for the burn, it is coming out of the available circulating supply. None of your holders' wallets will be touched. I get this like at least once a day of the burn, that if we're burning 75% of the supply, none of your wallets will be touched. It's from the available supply that is on the open market.
Yes, correct. Because I've actually seen a project where they asked token holders to give up tokens to burn to make it even bigger, which
Yeah.
I don't know why they did that, but whatever. So yeah, that's right, Tony. So 75% of the remaining token balance.
Whoever, what project that did that, bro, that's BS, to be honest. Like, you work so hard for your holdings, how many money that you put in or whatever situation is, or whenever time you got in. And whoever the president going to say, okay, in order for the project to go up, I'm going to take some of your tokens. That's
Yeah, no,
that's
that's
BS.
crazy.
No,
Yeah,
no, no,
I would
no.
never. Yeah, that's crazy. That's
Yeah,
never gonna.
yeah, because we can't really touching. Imagine a guy who bought in with $50,000 and we're just telling him to, okay, we need half of your tokens. Is he going to give those? No. It's like, that's not fair.
No.
Exactly.
There's a lot of price speculation on what are we going to get to when we burn. Obviously, it's simple math. You burn so much. Obviously, I think, in my personal opinion, there's definitely going to eat a few zeros, I would imagine, because as the buying comes in, you know what I mean, right, Tony? I mean, the less
Mhm.
supply, the more supply and demand type thing. So, just hold
Yeah.
on. Just hold on. Is all I could say.
Yeah.
Just buy what you can if you can afford it. Again, don't play with money that you can't afford to lose, if God forbid. But that's like with anything in life. Make sure you pay your bills, feed your family, do everything else in life. We know the holidays are coming up too. If you got extra money and you want to throw it in there, listen. Knowing that 75% is being burned in about a month. Well, not even less than a month
It's
now.
not it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
3 weeks.
you got to be crazy and again, not financial advice, even though I'm not a financial advisor, so I don't really have to say that, but you'd be kind of crazy not to buy it if you can afford to, because it's common sense that it's going to be worth more money once everything's burnt, and the supply and the demand gets higher for it. So that's just my goal. That's what I'm doing. I'm only buying. I'm not going crazy. Again, I have 4 kids. I'm not wealthy by any means, but I'm buying as I go. Unfortunately, it's addictive. It's like anything else. I'm a gambler. I go to the casino, I get crazy. But so if I'm sitting here, I'm like, you know what? Here's $50. I'm going to buy $50 right now. And then maybe, 3 days later, I buy, I'm going to buy $150 today. And that's kind of what I just do. And I do that with every project I'm in, if I believe in it, obviously.
Yeah, I agreed. After the burn, because even the smaller buys will be affecting the chart pretty much. And will the effect after the burn be instant? Most likely not in that second, but within a day, yeah, possibly. Because while executing a bigger burn, blockchain will register it much more faster because the demand on the supply needs to be corrected as soon as possible over there. So as soon as the price bot and everything registers it, it's already getting effect on the chart. So the price increase will be significant.
Yeah, I think the other day when you guys burned, and it was a decent amount actually.
Can't even remember the amounts anymore because I'm
like,
dealing with so much numbers.
I think it was like $30,000 worth or something. And I saw somebody bought in with $50, and like it must have been the perfect timing, because it jumped the price from like, I don't even know. I think it was at like I don't remember the number, but it jumped like almost a whole point. It was crazy. I've never seen anything
I
happen.
remember that. Yes. Yeah.
It was a $50 buy when that happened, and it just jumped up that fast.
Correct. Because the burn was much more higher than we would have burned like $5,000, but it was such a significant burn. So yeah, it got registered pretty quickly.
So,
well, I know that.
Let me get this correct, right? Let me get this straight. Mm-hmm. So a contract sell is when you buy and sell, and you go to the liquidity pool, correct? Or if you wanted to go to like marketing and stuff like that, you could do that too, correct?
Say again? No. So when you buy, they're not taking, like Kevin was upfront and honest. Like, a lot of these projects will be like, oh yeah, no, we don't use any of the money for marketing. I mean, what do you think? People have to use money to market and to get things. Fortunately for everybody here, I'm in charge of that, and I fight everybody, even if they try to charge me 0.1 BNB. I was sending screenshots today. Like, I don't send out the money ever, and it's like, because I know, number one, Tony's great at what he does. I'm good at what I do, and that's all free. So we don't have to pay for a lot of that stuff that other people do. But have people been paid, like shill people in DoD tokens? Absolutely, they have. Absolutely, and nobody else here. Nobody will try to tell you otherwise. They're not going to lie to you and say, "Oh no." Kevin and the team does have a pretty substantial marketing budget outside of DoD tokens that we've barely even dented, because again, it's put it this way. I'm not going to put the project on blast, but 3 days ago, a guy I know was starting a project. Okay. He went pink, he went pink sale, pre-sale, blah, 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 did the whole thing, spent $15,000 or so in marketing to market his pre-sale. He got 14 BNB that came in. He had a 50 soft cap, I think. He had 14 BNB. So yeah, you can blow marketing money like it's nothing. I mean, everybody's going to take your money. These call channels are going to take your money. 99% of them are bullshit. Excuse the language. They're not going to do anything for you. They're going to take your money and they're just going to do it. And I've said this a million times. You guys will get tired of me saying it. I get DMs every day. Hey, do you want to do a call chat? You want to do a call? First thing I say to them is, how much? Oh, it'll be half a BNB.
Oh,
And I hit him with this. Right away. I said, here we go. I'm going to make a good deal with you, right? I said, you're so confident in your channel. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to let you post something for us. And then I'm going to give you 25% of all the buys that come in through your channel. Okay? How about that? 25%. I'm going to pay you in B&B for all the buys that you bring in. You know how many people have took me up on that offer? None. You know why? Because they're all full of you know what. Okay? Because again, if I had a call channel with all these people in it, like everybody claims, oh, I have 20,000 subscribers, I have 100,000 subscribers. And the best part about me is I tell them straight up, I'm like, listen, go to Twitter, search my name, I'm verified, DM me, I'll DM you back so you know I'm the real person, right? So we get that out of the way. I'm not here trying to scam anybody. And do this, and I'll give you 25% of whatever money you raise that comes in. Not one person will do it because they know their communities, it's all smoke and mirrors. They're just taking money. Because if I had a channel where I had 20,000 members and somebody came to me that was verified, I knew who they were, and said, listen, I'm going to give you 25% of all. I'm going to be like, let's do this right now because I'm about to make $50,000 in a matter of 2 hours. Because you got to be, you would be stupid not to take that deal. I had a guy today. It's funny because I shared it with the people in the mod chat. The guy only wanted 0.1 BNB to post, right? And I knew I had this guy right off the bat. I said, oh, I got this one. I'm going to play with him. And I made him that deal. I said, I'm going to give you 25%. Oh, no, I can't do that. I need my 0.1 BNB. I said, nah, sorry, it's not going to happen. So like, guys, that's why. And I feel bad for this kid that was launching this project the other day. Spent $15,000 on YouTube people, on chill channels, on this, that, or whatever, and raised 14 BNB for his pre-sale. So again, a lot of people always say they want to do the marketing. When the time is right. Tony, did you touch on the Asian newspaper stuff that's coming out too, or no, not yet?
I only said a word about it, but didn't get in that much. So go
All
on.
right. So yeah. So like we've been really focusing, obviously, on the Asian influence things. And we're working with it's I guess it's considered like the Yahoo Finance over here, but there's a group of magazines over there or articles that they do. And we're working with a guy who's going to be releasing like 6 different articles in different publications that they do over there with tech and crypto stuff. And Asia's huge into the meme tokens. I mean, this is something that it takes a lot of time to get involved with them. But once you get in and they trust you, that's when you see these projects go, insane because they just love it. They love BSC. They love meme tokens. They love the cartoon stuff. And, but again, you have to be very careful. You have to show them respect. You have to approach things a lot differently than we do over here in the United States. You know what I mean? You have to just go about it a totally different way because we can't just go create a Weibo or a TikTok BTok account because you have to be from China to do so. And that's another place. Those guys try to rob people all day long too. I mean, we had the first guy that we signed up with. We didn't give him any money because might be the typical New Yorker, the Italian over here. That I'll squeeze 2 pennies together if I have to, but I don't give these people money until they prove something to me. I said, listen, I don't know where you come from in the world, but for me, you got to do your job before you get paid, right? And do your job and you'll get paid. I'm not going to screw you. And these guys, man, none of them take the deals. Tony knows. Alpha, I tell these guys every time I deal with these guys, they don't take the offer. That's why I say be very careful about what you see and what you hear from these people talking constantly because they're all looking for something very fast.
Exactly, and a little bit touching for the DEX trending or coin market cap trending or whatever. From this day forward, when some DEX trending guys or some promoters comes to the main chat, we're not interested. This is a note for our moderators. So
yeah, just get
no
rid
more
of them.
DMs from them. Yeah.
Yep. And the best part about it is, and I feel another thing too, again, guys, listen, people try to start projects all the time and And some of them have really good intentions, right? And that's why you'll never hear me badmouth one. I just don't do it because unless they're obviously pieces of garbage that just rug pulled people and made money, then yeah, they deserve to rot in hell because I hate to see anybody scammed out of anything. But people legitimately come on here and I feel bad because they get suckered into paying for, coin market cap listings and coin gecko listings. Tony had the paperwork drawn up and we were live in 6 hours. It's free. You don't have to pay for these things. As long as it's done legitimately and you're a legitimate project and you're verified on BSC scan, you're doxxed, they KYC you, they make sure they know who you are, and you get listed right away. So all these people that are constantly, pay us, we'll fast track you to coin market cap. That's not a real service. That's not a real thing. So that's, like a lot of projects, you'll hear them talk about that in the main chat. These devs will get on their AMAs. Oh, we're fast tracking coin market cap. No, you're not. No, you're not, because that's not real. So
Yeah, there ain't a service like
no,
legitimately that's a fast track service. It's
no,
all based on that you do your calculation correctly, give out the numbers, give out the KYC or doxed status. You just legitimately give your information to CoinMarketCap. The more precise you are, the more faster you will be listed. Because
correct.
I finished the form, took me like 6 or 7 hours to do it, but hey, needs to be done correctly. And when I woke up, I got a message from Mike or Kevin, I don't remember who, that we got listed. I was like, okay, that was fast.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
And
just
didn't
some,
cost a dime.
didn't cost a dime. And those are things that, speaking of transparency, some projects will come out there and they'll say, hey, guys, listen, we had to pull X amount of money from the project because we had to pay to have this fast tracked or that fast tracked. Guys, we know this is not going to be your only project the rest of your life. So whatever you learn here going forward into another project, just take this as a life lesson in crypto also. Take what we say. I know we talk a lot and it is what it is, but we've been there. Tony's been in it since 2009. I've been in it for a while, and I've been, Kevin, and I mean, he'll tell you one day what token it was. Maybe he will, maybe he won't. I don't know. The top 15 or whatever token that he was involved in. So there's a lot of experience coming at you from a lot of different angles. And again, we don't expect you to be, I mean, it's great if you do stay with this team forever because they have a lot of other stuff coming out where if you guys can make a lot of money, again, do the right thing, feed your kids first, and then if you got money, put it in. I'll always say that. But take these lessons that you're learning here and apply them when you go to other projects. So if you hear a dev, all of a sudden you're tuning into an AMA, turn around and say, oh, well, we have to pull money because we're going to fast track this or fast track. That's an instant red flag. Wait a minute. No. That's not a real thing. You could tell them. Obviously, you'll probably get banned from their chat because they don't want to hear the truth. And they'll call you a fudder, even though you're telling the truth. But these are the things, and that's why I really, I sound like a broken record, but I got behind the team because I support the team and I support people who I believe in. I'm never for sale. You can't buy me. You can't pay me to tweet for you. You can't do any of that. And I'm not rich. I'm not turning down the money because I don't want the money. I won't take it for the simple fact that I never want to see anybody get scammed. I don't care. Alpha said it the best. The first week we were here, $20 in New York City is a pack of cigarettes nowadays. Okay. $20 in another country feeds your whole family for a week. Right. So I'm not looking, I don't want to see anybody lose anything ever. Right. Everybody works hard for their money. And that's what it is. And that's the reason why I got behind this team was because of that. And I could get hit by a bus tomorrow, though. You never know what could happen. BSC could drop to $3. I mean, BNB. We never know what could happen with that type of stuff, obviously. But the one thing I can say is that you're not going to get rugged. They're not going to screw you. If they have to make a move for something that happens, they're going to tell you well in advance they have to make a move. And it's not going to be for something stupid like having to fast track a coin market cap listing or some other nonsense that I've heard people say before, which is absolutely ridiculous. But that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, it was a great day. It surprised the hell out of me. I think there's a lot more coming within the next few days. Right, Tony? from what you've heard?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Mike.
Yo.
I want the first shot at Benny the Bone at NFT.
I know you do. I know you do, brother. I know. Don't worry. As long as Kevin's not around, we'll definitely get as many Benny the Bones out as possible. I'll
Tony,
pay
cover
more.
your ears.
Okay, I'll try to be quiet about it.
Yeah, Tony won't say nothing about it either. All right, cool, guys. Like Kev said, I'm gonna head out too. I gotta get up early. I got a lot of stuff to do tomorrow, but I'm always around. Again, if I don't get back to you on message right away, just at me. I'll get notified. Or always DM me on Twitter too, because those notifications I get for some reason a lot faster than I do on here. But I'll answer you either way. So,
Hey,
Tony, go
Tony.
to bed, and I'll talk to you guys later.
Hey, Mike. Before you go, right? Hey, Tony.
Yeah.
It was Mike. Helped me came in this community, man. And since then, bro, man, I appreciate it, man.
Oh, for sure, brother. Like I said, man, I keep everybody. I try to, Charles knows Alpha I became good friends with now. We talk a lot. Like, I say the same thing. It's either we're all going to get rich together or we're all going to be broke together, but you're never going to see me standing on the opposite side of you. We'll be together no matter what happens. But I can tell you this, we're not going broke together. We're not going broke together. So
yeah, we didn't come here to fail.
No,
that's
no.
not on my
And
that's
I
not
said
on my
this too.
vocabulary.
Yeah, and the one thing I will say, about this team too, and it's another thing that I respect the hell out of them for, is they were not planning on making money on this token anyway. This was the gateway token to prove their trust to the community, how real they are, because they know, and you guys will see it within the next couple of days with the white paper coming out of what the other projects are going to entail, and then you're going to say, okay, now I see what this is about. And that's kind of like, it was just a trust factor, this token. And this token's not going anywhere. So, it's still going to be, like Kevin said, it's not like it's, hey, okay, these other things come out and this is gone. No, we're all going to be together. So anyway, I appreciate you guys. Again, hit me up if you need anything, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Yeah, Mike.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
I need to lock my wallet tomorrow, so I don't know when you're free.
Yeah, anybody who wants to lock their wallet, try to hit me up in the morning, around, I don't know, 9, 10 a.m. Eastern, because Tony has to do stuff on the back end. I know that while it's going on, and that's always a good time for him because of the time difference. So, usually like 9, 10 a.m. is always the best time to do that. So,
well, it's gonna be my second wallet, so I'm just waiting for some funds to come in, and then so hopefully by noon tomorrow I'll contact you and we'll do it.
All right, cool, sounds good. All right, I'll talk to you guys later.
What's Tony? What's the benefit of locking your wallet?
We have offered people some little bonuses to locking their wallet, and it's like you can think of putting your savings in a high interest rate bank account. That's the main idea and the benefits.
Okay, cool. So tomorrow I'm gonna DM you, and then you let me know what's what, and then you go from there.
Yeah, you should DM Mike about it, because I'm having a lot of things done on the back end, and I need to set those up. So DM Mike about it.
Yes, sure.
But
man,
yeah,
definitely.
I think we got a little bit longer AMA than we anticipated, and I appreciate everyone joining the AMA. Remember to DM us or ask publicly in the main chat. Like we told you, we're here for you, for the community. We're not going anywhere. Any technical things, DM me. There's no such thing as stupid questions. So yeah, I think I need to go to sleep a little bit because I slept for 2.5 hours too. It's 6 a.m. here, so
Good
I'm
night,
probably
Tony.
taking a little rest
night.
here.
Good night, Tony.
See you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Just hang up. We get it. Good night.
Good night,
Okay,
Tony.
cool. Good night, Jules. Good night, Jules. Everyone. So Thank you so much
Appreciate
for
you, man.
joining the AMA. I appreciate you all. You're the diamonds and the gems. So yeah,
I'll talk to you
without you
tomorrow.
guys, we're nothing.
Talk to you tomorrow, brother.
Okay. Talk to you later.
Someone
Keep
post
the
the
flag high.
AMA, please.
Angie,
Oh yeah.
Angie, can you stop recording, please?
Yeah,
I got you guys.
Thank
yeah,
you.
the recording